through the portal.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Oh.
You guys went through the original
A
portal
different portal.
from a previous campaign.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, you guys basically followed up on that lead about the strange people that were being encountered. Like, only about a
Yeah, we
couple
found
people,
them.
and you found someone, and you basically like kind of cornered her and were able to like. I guess had a hard time communicating with her, but she eventually was able to like go back and get somebody who was able to talk with you, which was
Mm,
like kind of the leader of this village of people named
mm,
Olhas, and he was able to just cast tongues, and he's talked with you guys, and he kind of explained what like who he was, and who these other people are. Um, and it turns out that like as players, some of you most of you probably already remember these guys. They're the basically they're ancient followers of Aradel
mhm.
that had been living in a demiplane, and they're basically just now getting reintroduced back into Galarian because your previous characters basically showed them how to get out, and um, this guy had been saying like, we need to get out of here anyway because like the resources they've been relying on, like he says they had like some magic that was making food for them basically, but they've been like starting to
Yeah.
fail, and he's like, long term we're not gonna be able to stay here. And at this point he doesn't really believe in the original cause anyway. We're like, they were following Aradel, so that means they were like basically militant atheists, and
Hmm.
so but yeah, he doesn't believe in that anymore. But anyway, he told you, like, you guys kind of were asking, was like, well, can we see like the sanctum that you're talking about then? And
Yeah.
he says, yeah, sure, come with me. And that's kind of where we left off. Like he's taking you into that. So that's kind of where we're gonna start out basically, is as you guys enter into the demiplane.
All right.
Okay.
Was it last session or the one before where we had dinner at like the manor and learned a bit more about
I think that was last
uh
session too.
yeah.
I believe that was the beginning of last session. It was either the beginning of last session or 2 sessions ago,
Was it
but
is who was Gonkol there or was it the other guy?
it was Casimir, yeah.
Casimir, okay.
Gonkel hasn't returned yet. He left, I believe, let me look at my notes. He left like 2 days ago. Um, he teleported away, and you guys basically gave him like the name Pedriarch. So, he's looking into that, and he's also hoping to look into like Billy Storm's curse as well.
Yeah.
So he's kind of got like 2 missions he's looking in on there. So he went and did that, and like that was basically he basically left right before you guys um figured out that the so-called imps that were like burning down the crop fields were actually fire methods,
Yeah.
and you guys closed like a different portal that was over there. You guys didn't go
That's
through
where they
that
were
one.
coming from.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't go through that one. You guys just closed it. But this one you are going through.
What are you doing, Matt? You're like, something's triggering your microphone to go off.
Oh, sorry about that.
It sounds like a creaking noise, actually.
Yeah,
A
like you're
straw,
taking your pencil
probably.
against your thing or something. I don't know. Anywho. Well, I lift up a rock and see if there's any bugs in this strange demiplane.
Yeah, I don't think you guys would see any rocks at all. Okay, so I'm gonna activate this.
Oh, okay.
Activate this map. I made a kind of recreation of the original map, only not with MS Paint.
Oh
So
no, you made a
it
map.
looks slightly less scuffed
This
than
is
the original,
different.
but it's roughly the same scale and features.
Do you see it? Mine's just stuck at 98%.
No, I don't see it. I was just
Oh,
making
okay.
good fun.
It's loading.
Pluto's not known for making maps. No.
No, I'm not. Normally I would MS Paint this, but I
Well,
actually
now
made
he
one.
is.
I turned over a new leaf.
Yeah.
Wow. New hobby, huh?
I need to learn to use this map making software. It'd make my life a lot easier in the long run. Do I already
All
have
right.
one?
Yeah, they seems vaguely familiar.
Oh, okay, yeah. We've been here.
Yeah. So on those like 8 little state pedestals over there, there were stuff originally, but now at
Yeah.
this point most of them they're mostly empty. One of them in the top right looks like there's scorch marks. It's not depicted on
Yeah.
this map, but there are scorch marks where it looks like an explosion of some
Yeah,
sort
stuff
happened.
blew up when we were fucking with it. I remember that.
No, it actually blew up before.
Oh, right.
Uh,
All right. So we get here. Is anyone else with us?
yeah, Olhas is with you. There he is.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, you guys come out through this portal that you guys are standing next to. As you can see, there are 3 other portals, and there's a stairway down. There's a desk and a bunch of bookshelves. And yeah, Olhas says there used to be more stuff here, but those other outsiders from your world that I told you about, they took most of everything that was here.
Hmm.
Um,
Well,
and
I see shelves. Do they have books on them?
there
I
are
think
still
those are
some books there. I
shelves.
don't believe I'm 90% sure that the other party didn't like take all the books
No, we didn't have anybody who was like a
into that. You guys
wizard,
took
really.
a specific book,
Yeah.
or like maybe a couple books. You took a specific collection of notes, basically, that Pedriarch wanted, but most of those books are still there. Most of these are not like that, basically.
Yeah, I'll just go thumbing through books and pages, I guess.
And I mean, when you look at this, you can probably tell, especially since you have like a background in like an academic background, that these are
Yeah.
like they're all in Aslanti, but you can tell like they're old too, and like probably uh
Very valuable.
valuable to anybody who has an interest in like
Yeah.
Aslanti
I might
culture
I
and
might be
history.
taking this, maybe the whole collection.
Um,
I don't know how, but I will.
and while you're looking around there, you hear a voice in your head say, "Do you see that?"
Uh, I I look around, but then I look at my sword and I whisper quietly, "Was that you?
Yes, it was me.
You're talking now."
Yes, I sensed something here. It's the reason I'm in this sword. The reason I died.
Oh.
I look around again, trying to find what I was talking about.
You don't see anything, but the sword, it says over in the corner near the it you get the impression that it's like, even though it isn't physically, you get an impression that it's indicating towards like where that scorch mark is.
Okay, I'll nonchalantly like walk my way over there with like another book in hand.
Okay. But when you get there, you don't see anything, but your sword is insisting that there's a tether there.
Is my sword? I'm assuming my sword is sheathed right now. Um,
Mhm.
I'm gonna take it out and say, all I see is the evidence of destruction here.
I don't know what to tell you. I just have a sense of it.
Um,
There's a tether here.
I'll try to detect magic.
Okay. You do detect some magic.
Ooh.
Okay. Um, I'll try to identify the aura.
Um okay. Go ahead and roll a knowledge arcana. You're not sure. You'd think that there's a couple auras at play here, but it's really hard to tell. The most overwhelming one you think might be just the fact that you're in a magical demiplane.
Hmm.
It's making it really hard to focus in on what the other forces at work are here.
Maybe I'll come over and hop over and take a look.
Yeah, sure. I think there must have been something valuable here before. I have a odd hunch.
Okay, so I'll detect magic too, and I'm sure I detect many magical auras. Then I'll try and
You mostly
identify
detect
spell in place.
two.
Uh, did that not work? Do you see my roll?
No.
Oh, I need to hit normal. Haha. I thought I saw like the shadow of a die, but it was just someone moving their mouse.
Oh.
And I was like,
Mhm.
wait, where's the number at? But no, it's yeah. So I'm trying to identify spell in place, I guess, on the first one.
um. So the you detect two. You detect a conjuration and actually a necromantic aura. And
Oh,
it seems like the conjuration one is like a broader one, and the necromantic one is more focused in on this area.
okay. Do you want me to ever like roll again or something to like identify?
Um, I don't think that you really can. It's not actually a spell in place. Well, you
Oh,
can for the other one. The other one, I mean, is create demiplane, but you're in a demiplane
uh,
for the broad conjuration one. For the necromantic one, um, yeah, you don't think it's a spell, but you do think that perhaps this explosion is the remains of like a phylactery,
Of
which is what a
okay.
lich might
course.
have.
Like a Demilich might have.
Not specifically Demi, but yes.
Well,
Like a Demilich wiping the party might have.
like a demi lich might have previously had, but lost in the process of becoming a demi lich.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Do I actually think Demilich or do I just think any lich?
Um, well, I think Olhas has already told you when he told you about like he says that that was what I think Raziel might have been the one that told you guys that told him this that
Uh-huh.
that what was here like he said he tells you as well like I consecrated it myself alongside the priest that was in that party
I
um
see.
and he told me that it was that the creature there that who I'm pretty sure was Aradel, the founder, became was a creature called a Demilich, which
Uh,
is
do I know anything about Demiliches with my
that one would be
religion?
knowledge religion. Okay, yeah, you
Hey,
that's a perception check, but I'll take.
wait,
You
wait.
have knowledge religion? If so, I'll take
I
that
do.
roll.
It's a +9.
Okay, so you
That would have
actually
been
roll
one higher.
slightly higher. So the you know a Demilich is a lich that has had their phylactery collapse, and this is usually caused when the lich becomes inactive for too long. They go into like a torpor. So usually it's either because they basically just sit there while they're immortal and they um, are perhaps like sitting there thinking about life's or on death's great
A
questions
moping
Unlifes.
lich.
Yeah.
and event like yeah if they're inactive too long then they don't maintain their phylactery it can collapse in and that ends up um creating a demi-lich like the rest of their body deteriorates away most of the time now that's not the only way that demi-lich can happen there's two different variants of demi-liches there's awakened ones and unawakened ones the unawakened ones usually um it's a creature that's kind of created by the body of the lich without its consciousness, and there's an awakened one where they retain their consciousness.
Okay. And did Ohas say which one this was, whether it was awakened or not awakened,
Um, if you
or
ask
did
him
he
that,
know?
he
Yeah,
says,
I'll ask.
"I don't think that their priest Raziel said anything about that, but none of them said anything about it speaking or anything that would indicate the way they described it. It sounded like a unintelligent monster, but
Okay, just curious. So yeah, this is a bad place. A good job consecrating it. Uh, did you say that your sword was indicating something was here?
What?
No, I was just pointing with it.
Oh, okay. I don't remember. Did you not tell us that your sword was talking to you? Because I thought we knew that.
No.
no, I don't think he said. I don't think
Oh,
Shazma said
okay.
No,
anything
we
about
don't
that.
know
In fact, he
anything.
was trying to
Okay.
be discreet about it, and he was like
Yeah.
whispering to his sword.
Okay. So I'm just like, okay. So yeah, what was it over here that you wanted to find out about? Just the history of
I
this
feel like
Demilich?
something was here.
Yeah,
There's like this
Demilich.
lingering
Your
magical
sword and your
presence.
sword says not just was. There's something still here.
I
Mm,
tell the others I think there might still be something here. I'll try looking around with a perception.
Okay.
And I'm kind of using like the sword like to poke around.
Okay. When you hold the sword like near to the maybe just above the table, like at some point it says like it's right here. I'm touching it.
Okay, I try to palm around.
And you
Do
don't
I
feel
feel
anything.
anything?
Nope. I don't think it's tangible.
I I ask the other magically inclined people, including Billy, to see if we can find something here because I feel like there is something here, but it's just not visible and it might not even be
Question,
tangible.
Pluto. Would the phylactery count as like a corpse or not really?
no.
Not really.
Okay.
Why you're thinking of speak with dead or something like that?
The cantrip I have that is a very bad speak with dead.
Okay.
The one that's a 10% chance you get useful information.
What's the
That
name
one.
of it?
It's called grave words. It says you can force a corpse to talk to you. So
Okay, yeah. I think for that one they have to have like a
they have to have
way
like a
to
mouth.
speak, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Because a
also, I
phylactery
think
would
it's
count as
only
like
in
a
rounds or something. It's like ridiculously short.
it's one round, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you have a 10% chance that it will talk to you and it only
But
will say one thing.
I could do it 10 times and then get 10 pieces of information, one of which is maybe true.
No, once a corpse has been subject to grave words by any caster,
Oh,
any to
wait.
attempt to cast grave words on
Uh,
that corpse fails.
Never mind. Dang it.
So
No
yeah.
cheese.
That's why it's a cantrip.
that's a really cool cantrip though. I've never seen that. I guess it's because
Yeah,
it's
I've been
only
That would have been
waiting.
great in Mummy's Mask.
I've
yeah,
been
it's
waiting
only
for it.
for the occult class. It's medium, occultist, psychic, and spiritualist. So that'd be why. I could have taken it on
Yep.
Trasa, but that's the only character I've ever played that could have taken this.
Mm,
So
Okay, I don't think I have anything to figure out what's here besides maybe a skill check or maybe a wisdom or an intelligence check or something. How about intelligence? What could be here that's intangible, but
Well,
Shazra thinks something's here?
it has to be magical in nature then. Maybe
Well,
it's
I detected magic
real?
and I didn't detect it, right? Or did I not
Mhm.
detect it in that exact spot?
Well, you did detect
uh,
something there, but you think it might have. You think it was just the phylactery that you were detecting.
Okay,
But
so that's why I say that the only thing I
Shazra,
detected there
when
is
you're
the
thinking that
phylactery.
maybe it's ethereal, the your sword says, "That's it. It must be ethereal. That's why I can see it. You have to be dead."
oh, not it.
Granted, he's saying that just into Shazra's head, but
Yeah. I I tell the others if it's not on our plane of existence, but it's on one that's close to ours, which could be the ethereal plane.
Or the
Maybe,
shadow plane.
if possible. You would need some way to, bridge that gap. I don't know. I'm gonna go looking through these books to see if maybe I can find
There are portals in this
any
room, right?
magic
Yep, there
books.
are
There's 3
portals.
portals.
Do you ask
labeled?
Olhas about that?
I
He'll
want to ask him about the portals. Where do
Okay.
they go?
There's
So
portals. Wait, where are they? Are
so
these?
these things are all portals. So this one's the one you
Okay.
guys came through right here.
Okay.
Uh, he points to this one over here. He says, "I was told that we shouldn't go through that one. It leads to a city of genies, but apparently they don't really want more people going through there." Um, that one down there apparently leads underwater, so also don't go through that one. And the one down here, I guess, leads into other places within the sanctum, but none of us have tried going through there, and the other I don't believe Brugar, Raziel, and the others, like, I don't believe that they went through that portal.
It's the other place here, and
They told me that it's connected this uh to this demiplane though, within the same demiplane. Or
Hmm.
perhaps it's a second one, but it's a connected one. Like it goes back to the way the one that they passed through, I guess. That's what they said.
okay.
And he goes over to over here, and there's like, you can't see it on this map, but there's some like windows, and he says down there is the village that we've lived in for the last millennium,
Hmm.
several millenniums actually.
Okay. I don't know how we would access something on the ethereal plane. I was hoping one of these portals led there.
Well, you could look through the bookshelves. Maybe there's something in there. You
I
could
will
it could be
hippity hop
something you
over to
have
the
to
bookshelves.
could be something you have to come back to later. You maybe don't have what you need to access at the moment, but
I will look through the books and find very little, probably.
yeah, it's really
Look
hard for you
through the books as well.
to look through as a rabbit.
Yeah, I can't get to past the bottom shelf.
So most of these look like just general Aslanti books about like um, some of them are about like philosophy or like, in fact, a lot of them are probably like ancient Aslanti philosophy books, where some of them are like a lot of them are like very critical of religion in particular against like deities and like um, the impacts of like the divine on the material plane. Um, there are also some like, it looks like there's some like there's a couple atlases, for example, that are woefully out of date by now, but would probably be very interesting to um, historical scholars and whatnot. And there looks like there's some that might be like ones describing like specific events and um,
Hmm.
stuff like that. But you do find that there's also a spell book in there.
Oh, thank goodness. Spellbooks.
And basically, it looks like it has basically all the core rulebook divination, like wizard spells, up to level 4.
All right, that's pretty good.
Who casts from the wizard list and learns spells that way?
I do.
Well, yeah, Shazra knows some of the spells on the wizard's list, and I believe Tactic can turn some of those into alchemical formulas.
Oh, okay, that's it. Because I'm fairly sure psychic does not learn spells by studying.
Hmm.
I cannot help, but maybe there's something in there that'll let us access that ethereal thing.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it might be something you guys can't currently do as a party, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
no,
I could be surprised. You guys might have an. I know of one ability that you could theoretically have access to, but I don't know if you guys do. That would work. It's within your level, but I don't know if you have it.
ethereal jaunt is too high level, I think.
Yes.
Mm. Yeah, it's way up there.
Yeah, that's fine.
One of them is a super common spell that's casts in like every game we play, but I don't know if anybody has it right now.
Wait,
The
like
invisibility.
invisibility?
Hmm.
Does that go? I always get confused between ethereal and incorporeal.
Well, see
So
invisibility.
incorporeal is on this
See invisibility specifically says you can see
ethereal.
ethereal creatures as if they were normally visible,
Well, I do
and
not have that.
you can easily discern the difference between visible, invisible, and ethereal.
Yeah, I definitely don't have that.
But yeah, I think that theoretically,
Unless you have some other way to see invisible things.
yeah, theoretically, any of you that have access to level 2 spells that it's on your spell list could have it. So, like, you could theoretically have it on Psychic. It's on your spell list, I believe.
Yeah, I did
But
not learn
yeah, so
it if it is on my spell
it's
list.
not on the Magus spell list. So even though it's in the spell book, because it is a divination spell, I don't actually don't know if that's helpful for you. Actually, if Derek were here, he probably could, but
No.
I
he
have
could
lots of spell
probably
pin.
learn it like or copy it into his formula book, and if he has an open extract slot, he could prepare it.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't have an open extract slot anyway, though. At this level, for like level 2 spells, he probably has
True.
those all prepared. Actually, I don't even know if he has a level 2 slot yet. Probably, but you guys are level 4 right now, I think, right? Or are you guys still level 3?
Level 3. At
Yeah,
least
so
I'm.
Yeah, we're
he wouldn't have
3.
access to it yet then anyway. So yeah, it might be something you just don't have
Yeah,
access
I don't
to
think we
yet.
have anything right now, so keep the spell book
Nope.
and
But
what's our
you do have a
goal
description
here?
anyway, because or Shazra at least does, because um uh Azenrol saw and described it as being looking like a tether.
Our
How
goal
how do
here
you
is to
know
get
that it looks like
Shazra
that,
back into
Shazra?
school.
Well, Shazra didn't tell you that it looked like a tether, but
Oh, did he not?
I don't think so.
I guess I'm just getting confused between information that's told to the player and not shared with the party.
Yeah,
Correct.
maybe I
So
just need to.
you're the only thing you've told us is there's something there, and it's
Mhm.
Yeah,
like on that table.
and
Okay.
it's either real.
And it's
At least I
ethereal.
think it is.
Okay.
That would be the one. That's one of the planes that is closest to ours,
Hmm.
and there is a moderate amount of magic that can see into. Um, there might be a divination spell in here that could help us. I don't know. I'm gonna look through it. It has see invisibility, right? 'Cause it's
Yep,
all divination spells.
it does have see invisibility in there.
I can technically prepare spells that aren't from my spell book.
Well, it's not on the Magus spell list, so I
Oh,
think
it's not.
in order to get it, you have to take um, and I know
The
this because
Arcana.
I do this on Magus a lot because I like having some invisibility. Yeah, there's a Magus Arcana that lets you add spells from the Wizard Sorcerer spell list into the Magus spell list. So that's one of the ones I almost always do.
But I could forcibly cast it from a scroll.
Yes, if you have used magic device, you could do that. Although if you guys had a scroll, you also have a bard, and it's on the bard spell list. So you could have Efoot cast it. Granted, it's a level 3 spell for bard, so Efoot's a long ways away from being able to cast it.
Well, naturally.
But in theory, Efoot can cast it eventually, and it's also on the psychic spell list. Although probably if you had a scroll, it would be a arcane version of it, I would assume.
I mean, we might just be able to get a scroll made for us.
Possibly.
There's two like decently experienced caster characters in the town.
At least.
And you've met a third one. There's one right here.
This guy.
Yep, he's actually a pretty powerful wizard himself.
Wait, can we just ask him if he can cast the invisibility?
I don't know, maybe you could try.
We could.
Can you see ethereal things, Ohas?
Not right now, but I could cast a spell for it.
We think there's something here, and I point at. Well,
Yeah, where
as
we
a bunny, I point with my paw
Okay.
at like the table.
He casts the invisibility, and he goes and looks at it, and says, "Yeah, there's a very thin, it almost looks like a fishing line, very thin wire stretching from here, and it looks like it travels off and then looks as though it fades out of reality.
out of reality. What?
Yes, as though it's phasing out of reality. It goes off, but before it heads off, it's looking at heading off and towards the wall. But before it gets to the wall, it looks like it's phasing out of reality.
Weird.
It gets more and more like diminished the further it gets from the point.
So it's like a string that spans
What did we
planes.
think was on this? What did we think was like here before?
This used to be where the phylactery was.
I mean, I'm just making a very, very, rough, barely educated guess here. But is this related to the phylactery?
Maybe.
I'm surprised you guys know what a
Weird.
phylactery is.
I assume my character knows. I have quite a
You're the
lot of
one. You're the one
intelligence.
that rolled
Yeah,
the knowledge religions. You're the one that brought up that it was a phylactery.
that too. Yeah, I definitely know.
I mean, we learn a myriad of things in the academy.
Yeah. How does Billy know this?
I mean, you were
Like I
surprised
said,
I could
I'm
cast
not always
magic.
a rabbit.
Maybe you're just always
Oh.
surprised.
I have experienced a lot of new things out here in the wilderness, I guess, wild.
The wild. Ooh,
Yeah, we're on an island.
that's more
That's where we were
accurate.
going.
Well, I don't know. This place is kind of boring, not gonna lie.
Yeah, sorry, Pluto. Can you remind us what's our goal with being here? Was it just to meet this guy and to see where they came from, or did we have some other mission we were trying to do?
No, I think that was it. You guys were just trying to figure out who they were. You guys have accomplished
Okay.
that goal. I mean, you might be interested in the side thing. Like, you didn't know that you guys were gonna find that it was actually connected to, like the whole Pedriarch and Aerodel thing. And like that's
Yep.
something that you didn't know when you
Yeah.
guys originally set out. So now that you're here, I mean, that's been something you guys were working on before, was getting information about that. So you could be trying to look for that stuff.
Wait, did
Let's
they
learn about a
mentioned
dead god.
Patriarch?
Olhas did not mention Pedriarch, but you guys already know about the connection between Aradel and Pedriarch from
Oh, well, so we
when
should
you
ask
guys.
him about Patriarch.
Um,
Is there
I
any
can't.
information in here that would prompt us to ask about Pedriarch?
Well, we know
Probably.
that Patriarch has to do with Aradel, and these guys follow Aradel.
Yeah, you know that this was Aradel's sanctum. You know that the Demilich over here was Aradel. Like he tells you,
Right, but
he's
do we
referred
even
to.
know anything about Pedriarch? Like,
Yeah,
from.
yeah, you guys do. You
Oh,
We
guys
had a
know.
vision of him.
You
okay.
guys accessed the memory bank using it was Shazra's sword that he got in his uh, uncle's workshop. Um,
Okay.
was it you guys were able to access a memory bank of someone named Azenral, and he was the one through his memory bank. Basically, you guys were able to like find out that Aradel and Pedriarch were like trying to, and Azenral was working with them. Make no mistake, but they were trying to basically overthrow the gods. Like that was their goal.
Yeah, we saw Patriarch make a big sword out of fancy,
Yeah,
like
you guys
purplish
saw that
metal,
as
I think.
you guys saw him making you guys saw him making a sword, and that was through the initial like with Laszlo basically, and Gonkul. Like you helped them kind of do that little. Um, it was sort of like a retrocognition ritual, basically. It peered
All
into
right.
the past and like saw him doing that. So yeah, you know that Aradel and Pedriarch are like connected. So that by proxy, this is connected to Pedriarch. Like this whole structure,
Mm.
this whole demiplane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ohas, can you tell us anything about the Dragon Patriarch? Do you know about him?
Um, I'm afraid I don't know very much. It wasn't something that the uh, that Brugar and Raziel and um, what was it? I want to say was it he met was not Tiki. It was the kobold.
Sava?
Savoth, yeah. Savoth and Ause.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was those were the ones he met. So yeah, he says though they didn't really tell me a whole lot about the dragon, but um, from our own passed down tales, we know that the founder had a dragon as an ally.
N- and we saw Patriarch flying above the island when we sailed in, and we're pretty sure that was Patriarch, right?
Yeah, you're pretty sure that was the
And
same
by we
dragon.
saw, I mean they saw, because I don't have that long of
Yeah,
vision.
you didn't specifically
But
see, but
I'll
everybody else
mention. Well,
did.
we saw Patriarch flying above the island, like when we were sailing in. So that's worrying.
More than you might know. If you could do me a favor, try not to spread word about that to people in my village down there. Some, I think, still cling to the old ways, and I don't want to give them something further to latch onto.
I
Oh, I
see.
can't make
Yeah.
promises there.
Uh, I'll tell him that I will honor his wish.
I will
Which
say nothing as I dig my toe into the ground.
which brings me to the next thing I want to talk to you about, which uh, I I would like to establish some sort of uh, partnership, perhaps with the town that you came from, but I don't think I think it has to be limited in some way because I
I mean,
don't
with Snakeblade.
trust. Yes, I don't trust my own people, not all of them at least, to interact charitably with them. I'm sure your people still, as I'm told, most on the outside world still follow gods, and as I said, some of the people here will cling to the old ways,
I
and
see. Yeah.
I'd be worried that they might overreact if they encounter that.
Okay. So what did you have in mind then? Like limited amount of cross communication, but maybe trade or
Something
exchange
like
of
that. Yes.
information?
Uh, Perhaps. I mean, we certainly could use help. We don't really know how to survive in the outside world. So far, we've had it fairly limited to just um, small groups venturing out into there and trying to um, subsidize, or like not subsidize, like trying to assist like the food we're getting from the magic in this place that creates it for us, the magical devices that were left here by the founder that have some of them been failing. So it's been a very important windfall for us, but if we could find ways to be able to more permanently reside outside of this demi-plane, but we
Yes.
don't have like the knowledge of how to survive out there, like how to build
I'll teach you
new
how to
buildings,
farm.
or yes, the thing that you do to create food out there.
You you grow it. The sun grows the food in the ground, and then you eat it and replant it.
Yes,
I
see,
mean, the good news
these
is
are foreign concepts to us.
you don't actually have to know how to farm. You just need to be able to work for the farmers who are farming.
Or
Yeah,
pay them.
I mean, that's another option as well, but I'm not sure what we can give your town of Snakeblade in return.
Well, I mean, manual labor is always a valuable commodity.
I see, yes, but I'll have to be very strict about who I allow to do that in order to not risk uh, harm coming to, well, to the people I send over there, but also to Snakeblade.
Yeah. Perhaps you could help build houses. I know that they're trying to expand the town, and they're always looking for help.
Well,
You have to
yes, that's
build
some
houses here.
that's another thing that we don't know how to do because we haven't had to build
Oh,
anything.
your population hasn't grown over time.
Even if the population is ebbed and flowed, there's no it's limited space in here. Like we only have what we've had here is what we've always had, and there's never been any room to grow to.
I see.
We've always just reused everything.
Well,
Hmm.
I'm sure we can arrange something. I mean, there are plenty of knowledgeable people for setting up new towns. I mean, Snakeblade itself is a new town, so I'm sure there's plenty of people who can share their skills with your people.
Maybe I'll maybe I can talk with the leader of this snake blade and work something out.
Yes, I think that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
with Casimir, he's a great guy,
Yeah.
a true friend.
But yeah, in the meantime, if you have any
I
other
mean, we've only
questions about
known
this
him for like
place,
a few days. We've known him for less.
you guys have met him once.
Yeah.
We
Uh,
had dinner with him.
tell me about. Have you ever seen a like a purplish glowing metal?
No, I don't think I've seen anything like that.
Okay, it was something that we saw. We found a memory of Pedriarch, and he had this sword made of purpley glowing metal.
Yeah, out of character. I don't think he ever saw
Yeah,
Brugar's
no, that's fine.
hammer either. So yeah, he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it.
Okay. Otherwise, that's all the questions I have off the top of my head.
Where do they keep the food?
Our food?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Of course. I can get you some food. Um, I would show you down into the village to eat there, but I'm worried that it might upset some of the people in the village. So, but if you would wait here just a moment, I will go get you some. And he goes down the stairs.
You know,
Yeah,
in
go
my
sleep,
in my
go.
time, adventuring with Efoot, I don't think they're that disturbing. Because you said it might disturb the locals. I don't think Efoot's that disturbing.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it's more that I think they'll be disturbed by outsiders. Some of them, as I said, still
Oh, okay.
still cling to
Just
the
Meant
the
old
all of
ways
us
presence
in
and
general.
are in denial
I
about
apologize.
the
I
fact.
thought you were talking about Efoot in particular.
Oh no, of course not. Why is Efoot considered strange by outsider standards?
Oh, look at her.
I mean, you look strange by our
Are you
standards
judging
here.
a book by its cover? And Marcia said not to do that. People are
Well,
multifaceted.
Yeah, this is a party that's not really good for showing how the material plane
right.
is.
That's the thing. He doesn't know much about the material plane, so he's kind
Yeah.
of just like, whatever. This is just how outsiders are. Like,
I'm pretty sure the most normal person looking here is actually Vander.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, in
the half elf.
the first party he met, the first group of outsiders he met was a dwarf, a kobold, a gnome, and a
Not a single human.
yeah, I
I
know, I don't,
thought
and
Raziel was.
Raziel was a human, I think, but like the whole rest of that party was like kobold and dwarf and like so like
I
he's
mean,
just like
dwarf
eh,
is pretty normal.
dwarf's relatively normal, yeah.
You know what?
Kobold,
Before this guy goes
yeah,
to the material plane, he has to meet every single race.
Kobold is odd.
yeah. Kobold's a little unusual, and he maybe has like this impression that like, man, there's like so many non-humans, and then he goes into snake play. He's like, oh wait, what? It's like almost
It's
all
like
humans.
nine. Yeah,
Yeah.
But
Little
yeah,
sprinkling
he
of
goes
other.
down the stairs and out into the village, and eventually he comes back with some food. What do you guys do in the meantime, though? Do you just keep looking through those books, or
I'm content to keep looking through the books. I'm putting the spell book away for now.
okay?
I eat the food as soon as it arrives.
All right.
I guess Malice will or keep looking through the books.
Although I'm pondering aloud to the others and to the sword that if there is some kind of ethereal tether where a supposed phylactery used to be, wouldn't that mean that that might mean that there's some kind of tether to either the phylactery or whatever it was a phylactery for.
The sword says it was definitely Aradel.
Mm. It's a possibility then that this wizard might still be around.
Oh yes, that's something we need to fix right away. And you're gonna help me do it, right?
What?
Making it so this wizard, Aradel, is not still around.
I I take the sword with me to I don't know, some private area between
Okay.
the shelves, and I ask it hold on, what are you talking about? I didn't um that seems like a tall order, is what I'm trying to say.
What, you don't think you're up for it? I don't know what I sensed in you. For some reason, I thought you were.
It was what you sensed in me. I'll do it.
I'm pretty sure that you need to be a fairly powerful wizard to separate your soul from your body and undergo the transformation of a
I can
lich.
learn. I'm very talented.
Well,
Is Aoife just like right next to me?
Yeah, I followed you.
God. Aoife, not now. I'm
well,
having a private conversation with my sword.
He puts your other black sword.
yeah, Efoot's like,
Yeah.
oh, I. How does Efoot react to that? Actually, I feel like Efoot maybe would be okay with that, but I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah.
But it's like I talk to bugs sometimes, so I get it.
Anything that'll listen.
Yeah. Look,
But
I didn't say it
yes.
would be easy, but that's what I'm here for.
But this Aerodel, you're positive that they were working with this dragon.
Yes, all of us were, but he betrayed me.
That is quite a significant I mean that's worthy of punishment and retribution to be sure. Anyone who wrongs you should be punished. And I'm just saying in general.
I'm glad you agree.
One step at a time, all right? Don't count me out this, but again, uh I'm 2 years into academy. I don't consider myself as formidable as a lich.
That's fair, but
And if you've
for
have
what
you
it's
seen
worth,
our group?
not really. I've only recently gained
A few methods
self-awareness.
almost destroyed our plant man, and we have a
Wait,
talking rabbit and rat
not
in
fair. I
our
got surprised.
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't fair. I
And a
got
not
surprised.
talking rat, too.
Oh, that's right. There's 2 rats.
He has a
Yeah,
mount, yeah.
one of them rides the other rat.
It's like, gosh, this group is very unusual.
Guardians of the Galaxy, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you remember or see anything else unusual, then keep me informed.
And as long as you're working to get revenge on Aerodale and Pedriarch, then I'll work with you for your to help you achieve your goals too.
Well, they haven't wronged me in any way. This is your thing. But if you're, I suppose, if you're willing to help us and get more information on this dragon doing against the gods, I guess that seems very silly. Um, then I suppose we could be mutually beneficial to each other.
Oh, it's completely reasonable.
Then I'll
You
hold then
seem
I'll hold you to helping me out with favors every now and then.
No, of course.
What other things can you do?
I can help you keep an eye out for trouble.
He's like, I can sing!
Yeah.
He goes, I'm a sword, so I can help slash things.
Yes, I've infused some of my own willpower into I can help you to defeat your enemies. Some of my power from when I was alive, my own arcane abilities are infused within this weapon now. It's but a fraction of my original power, but I will work on trying to manifest more completely into the sword.
All right. Then I suppose we have an accord.
Excellent.
All right, don't let me down, sword. Actually, what should I call you?
My name when I was alive was Azenral. Out of character, you know that name already because it was the
Azenrol.
yeah, it was the same name you guys learned back when you were
Azenrol. Azen. I don't know.
or Eisenral.
Call
I don't know.
me.
I have it spelled out. I can put it in chat for you again.
I'm raisin.
That's why I have it in my notes as sword in quotes because he originally wasn't. He was a person.
Sword and Raw.
Sword and Raw, yeah, it's their new name.
All right. All right, Azen. I'm gonna sheath the sword for now
Okay.
and join the others.
Hmm.
But yeah, he says before now I've never been in this particular um, building, but it feels very similar to a demi-plane that I've been in before. We did work in here on trying to come up with a weapon powerful enough to defeat gods.
I mean, that's doable. Yes, but all the gods? That seems just absolute.
Yes,
Just
the
no
weapon
one
alone wasn't going to be enough.
no one is going Lord of the Pits, let alone the other arch fiends.
Yes, and that would only be a beginning. Even that. I don't know what the long-term plan to do with the weapons was, unfortunately. The weapons were the only part that was focused on.
I
But
mean,
we were very close to a breakthrough before I was betrayed.
that's typically what happens when you forge great power. People lust after it.
Yes, I was too focused on my own goals and my own work to notice to realize that I should never have trusted Pedriarch or Aradel.
Yeah, I would have said that you probably should have made them fear you more, but you were working with a dragon, and it's very make a dragon afraid of anything else.
Dragon would eat me. Very scary.
I'm pretty sure a large bird might eat you, and our rats, and our rabbit. In fact, like four, was it like 4/7 of our party
Oh
are
wow.
are like large bird of prey snack size. If a griffin were to have, an empty stomach, it might feast well.
Olhas comes back with food and says, "What's a griffin?"
I tell him about a griffin. They're very silly creatures. Part large bird and part big cat. I don't know that their lineage differs greatly, but they're not as silly as an owlbear.
Or murder bear.
Ah, owlbear. I don't know. I've only recently seen an owl.
Well, it looks a lot like an owl, but bear-like.
I see. I can almost envision it. but only almost.
Well, have you ever heard of bear?
I've not heard of bear. We don't have bears on this demi plane.
Oh, okay. Well, pray you never rustle the feathers of an owl bear. Very violent, territorial creatures created by mad wizards.
Yes, I sometimes wonder, perhaps it seems some to me that sometimes the more I hear, perhaps there are more problems created by mad wizards than gods.
Yeah, I think there's some merit. I have no intentions of creating abominations with my magic. It's all focused towards my sword play. It's more practical. All right, so I guess we eat here. Feels
Yeah.
weird eating inside of a wizard's sanctum.
Yeah, and you're eating this like it's actually not very good food because it's the food created basically by this create food spell, but it's very filling. It just looks like kind of like generic like generic bread and like these like I think it's like a meat, but I can't tell what type of meat it's supposed to be. And like these weird berries, and you're like, I don't know, like I don't know what type of berries these are, but they definitely they fill you up.
It's a mystery.
They don't taste bad, but they don't taste good either. It's like it's the kind of meal where it's like if you had to describe what you ate to someone later, you'd have like a really hard time. Like, what is that? What did it taste like? You're like, I don't actually know.
Well, I mean, I eat bugs with dirt, and so like dirt's it's a flavor, you know.
Yeah, it's more of a
Yeah,
texture than anything else, but
that's true.
I mean, I guess other than that, there's only one other place we could gonna go, right? That's this portal that goes like elsewhere with the tower. Because I don't
Mhm.
think we want to go to like the genie place, and I don't think we want to go wherever this one was
He says that
going.
that apparently leads underwater somewhere.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a good place either.
No,
Apparently, apparently they went through that.
that's
They
when we
tried it
level
out.
up.
Perhaps yes, when we get strong.
That gate has a big stop sign on it, just kind of in front of it. Because Aoife puts one there.
Of
She's
course.
like, "Stop, water."
Just have like a crudely made stop sign.
Yeah, it might be ripping up books you might need. I'm sorry.
Even spit tearing out of books, making like a little collage stop sign.
Yeah.
Wait, aren't goblins? I'm saying this in character. I thought goblins were illiterate.
Well, she's from the Sandpoint heritage of goblins, and this is like post Rune Lords and post Amarcia going back to Sandpoint to reform the goblins because that was her hometown. So she wanted to like
Yeah.
Okay,
get
but
them
how does she
living in
respond
harmony.
to Shazra saying that then, like, oh, Marcia taught me to read? Is that what she says? Or
Oh yeah. She'll just be like, well, Amarcia. Not all of us were as receptive. She said I was special.
I mean, it would take a miracle worker to teach a goblin how to read. I'm impressed, don't get me wrong.
Huh. Well, watch me do this. And she's like, casts prestidigitation and changes the color of her hair.
That was definitely magic.
She's gonna do show and tell to you now and start doing bardy stuff.
Okay.
What perform skill does Efoot have?
It's oratory.
Oh, okay.
She goblin chants.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. I guess when we're ready, go through this one and check out more of the tower.
All right.
Okay.
Mm.
Is everybody else on board to do that then?
Malices.
Okay. So the first part of it here, we're not going to go to a new map yet, but when you go through the portal, it takes you to uh kind of like the end of a hallway, and there's some other there's a couple other portals nearby, and you see kind of like a mine rail track kind of running down the center of the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, there's more portals basically. Like you kind of appear like next to one. You see there's like a very large portal kind of at the end, but there's no like rail tracks that run to that. Um, and
Mm.
then there's like one that's kind of like right next to it. Looks like the end of the line for the rail tracks, but you also see going down the hallway. There's a couple different doors that lead to and with like switches and parts of the rail that kind of turn off into those portals. And the hallway goes down and kind of bends, and it looks like it continues out of your sight.
Looks like some kind of mine.
Mhm.
Dwarves here?
Are we looking for something or just taking notes?
We're just checking things out.
Your sword tells you, yes, this is where we mined materials for use in trying to make these weapons. Was so close to having completed it before I was betrayed. This weapon that I am within was an early prototype, but it was imperfect.
Hmm.
But each of these leads to different pockets, mostly along the edge of the fire and earth planes, where rare ore was pulled from, trying to find the perfect alloy.
Are these portals open?
Yeah, they're all open. You can see that they're active and have like kind of that have like a glow to them.
Okay. That's
You
yeah,
can't see like anything through them, but they have kind of that shimmery, like a shimmering field at the end of them.
careful of.
But assuming that they're all functioning correctly, they're all two-way portals. That large portal leads out, leads back to the material plane. It was built such larger than the others to make it easier um,
Okay. Do,
for the
do you
dragon.
do you know where it goes?
Some island close to where Pedriarch usually liked to, where his lair was.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Island.
That's right.
We
Is
came from
everyone
an
else with
island.
me?
I am.
Maybe we should go
Yeah.
through this portal and check and see where it comes
Leads.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
May
Okay.
I
this
get a nod.
this might take us back to the island.
Do you do that then?
Yeah.
All right. Not only does it take you to the island, it takes you basically um It basically takes you pretty much right next to where you guys came through in the first place.
Hmm.
Well, it came through in the first place
All
as
right.
When you guys went into Aradale's Sanctum, like it's basically the same spot on the same island.
oh,
You're right next to like a volcano there. It's out of character. This is where you guys went through and first met Pedriarch in the last
yeah,
campaign.
I do remember that. Huh. All right. Well, that's good to know. Back to the I go back to the portal.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're back in the hallway, in the minefield, the mine track rather, not the minefield.
Are there any carts or any kind of like, storage things here?
You don't see any carts on it right now. Um, yeah, like I said, there's a portal that's kind of like really close to where this one is that leads into like that's where it looks like um the it leads to, I guess, effectively. Like that looks like it ends at going into that portal. But then all the other portals down the hallway also have like switches that lead off into those as well. So like it looks like they're all connected by a minecart system basically.
Hmm. Portal hopping into the unknown can get very dangerous.
Yeah, it can. Which is why I suggest we don't going into a bunch of them. I only went through that other one because, well,
Like I had a hunch.
yeah, I had a feeling that it was going to take us back to the island.
But yeah, the your sword says like that one, the one that the next closest one. He says that one's where all the ore was transported to.
Transported to.
Yes,
Is it
Maybe
like
we
a
should get a
forge or something?
sample of this ore. Is there ore
exactly.
there?
It is a forge.
Oh, curiosity be damned. Alrighty, foot malice. Let's go through this portal, see what we can find.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
All
Go through
right.
it.
Now, on these portals, are they like a portal where you could stick your head in and still stand in the portal, or is it like a portal that like pushes you out?
Uh,
You get what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
where it kind of like
Like,
a window, and you could
can
stick
you
your
view
head
it
in.
in?
You stick your head through and look through the other side, and then step back, or is it like force you to go through it?
There's like yeah, there's like a bit of a like a space between going into it and going out of
Hmm.
it. You almost have to walk through like a corridor.
Okay.
So yeah, you basically have to go all the way through.
Right.
But you can do something. For example, you could tie a rope around like your
Hmm.
waist and have someone hold it on the other side. And if
Yeah.
something goes wrong, they could pull you back through. Like that does work. That's something
Hmm.
that we've done with these portals in the past.
Okay. Good to know.
All right, so you guys go through the forge portal.
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
All right. When you go through that portal, um, you do in fact see a forge, but it is not unoccupied.
Oh.
There's something there.
There's something there. You see this squat, brass-skinned humanoid with its head and shoulders ablaze with a mane of fire. Um, and
Oh.
it looks like he's kind of stay there. He doesn't look like he's like working on like forging something specifically. Like it looks like maybe he's um but it looks like he's doing something at it, like he's standing at it basically. Um and it looks like you also recognize that there's um two of those fire methods as well.
Hmm.
Uh, oh, I recognize the methods, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell what this on fire individual is?
You can roll a knowledge planes. I'll pull you guys to another map here. This one there actually is a map for. I think that is enough. That's not a super high DC. So Shazra and Efoot both recognize this as an Ezer. They are a extraplanar fire outsider and native to the plane of fire. And usually they tend to toil in bronze and brass fortresses, and they tend to like they live in like a very structured society. Um, when they have like a strict caste system, and they're vulnerable to cold. They do have spell resistance, and they're immune to fire, being like beings of fire.
Okay.
But when you walk in, like he looks at you and says in common, like, "Who are you?"
Evelyn.
That doesn't help me. Who are you?
I say we come from Airedale Sanctum.
That doesn't help me either.
You don't know who Airedale is? What about
No, should I?
Eisenroll?
I am the magnificent and all-powerful Evelyn.
That name doesn't sound familiar either.
Well, you don't get out much.
Excuse this young goblin. She is my ward for the time being.
Your sword does tell you, well, we did have contracts with some of the Afridi of the Fire Plane. Perhaps this is connected to that, an old contract. Perhaps Pedriarch has still maintained it in some way.
Also careful, Efoot. I think there's lava in front of. It's very hot. All right. All right, Azer. Do you have some kind of contract with anyone
Yes, we have a
down here?
contract, a very old contract from before my time. But I'm pretty sure you weren't part of it.
Oh. Are you
Well, I
sure?
may know
Check the fine
somebody
print.
who. Does the name Pedriarch have any?
Perhaps it does to my masters, but I'm going to have to ask you to leave. He kind of moves towards you and he pulls like this like warhammer he's got from like next to that anvil. Kind of hefts it into two hands.
I turn back to look at Shazor. It's not our place, right? we just leave.
Hold on. I don't know. I think this might be our place. We are sort of inheritors of certain responsibilities here.
Hey,
I mean,
are you
we
allowed
found
here?
it.
And Azenral says, "This was my workspace. Drive him from it."
I tell the Azer that we're not leaving until we get the answers we're looking for here.
Oh, you're
Step
leaving. I'm going to make sure of it. And he kind of signals, and the fire methods begin to move towards you. And everyone can, as soon as I hit the start encounter button here, can roll initiative.
Okay.
Yay.
Protect Malice.
It's not a surprise round, so I might be all right.
Also, there's oh yeah, from the fire methods. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. There's no surprise
freaking
round. They're not
surprise
invisible,
round, surprise round, scorching raid.
and it was a crit. That was
They
the
had a
part
crit, yeah.
that was the part that made it really brutal. These things I should have configured. Yeah, I do.
Mouse in his head. Round 2, fight.
Is that everyone?
Was gonna take
I don't
improved
have Billy
initiative.
yet.
I'm too slow. I'm still waiting for my answer. Well,
He
he
answered
answered
which
me.
one?
I guess he technically.
He did tell
He's
you.
like, this was my place first.
Yeah.
It's okay, but
Zadarian, you there?
we have every right to be here. We're adventurers.
Right.
Billy Storm.
It's kind of like, it's like if somebody asks you to leave somewhere that you're not supposed to be because you don't own it, like, what do? Do you just leave? You're like, okay, well, I mean, it's not my place, so, like,
All right, I'll roll initiative for
If
you.
you're a sensible person, then yes, you do. But
All right, perfect. He
we're,
rolled
we're
low on his
not.
initiative anyway.
We're not that. We are adventurers.
No, it's my place. Start combat. Murder.
Adventurers go all the places where they shouldn't.
The second adventurer steps foot in a place, it's their place.
As soon as
Yeah.
I'm given a map, it's my place.
Place, yep. It's where I might live. It's
That's
where
the
I might die.
excuse that everybody gives is, when you walk into somebody's house, all of a sudden, oh, this is my place.
I'm gonna break all your
Yep.
jars and see if you have money in it.
Everybody else in creation's an NPC. I'm the real person.
All right, so one of the fire methods gets to go first. Trying to see. I thought I had a. Maybe I don't. Okay, that's fine. So which fire method is this? It's the one on the right. Okay, so he's going to fly forward a bit. And probably use one of his scorching rays, but can you get close enough to use it? You can fly 40 feet.
Yeah. Scorching ray, 40 feet, and then 25, right?
Yeah, so he actually. Well, it's cast level 6, so he can hit. He's going to shoot it at Efoot, though. Efoot
Makes
was the
sense.
one.
I'm very
Efoot was the
Well,
one talking herself up.
Hell yeah. The great.
I see
Um,
that.
Powerful.
I see how it is. You just don't want to kill kill my guy again.
Maybe. All right, so.
It's all good.
Efoot's not afraid of Marcia told me all about the fire plane.
It's going to be. I have to manually calculate what its scorching ray
Though I
attack
don't
bonus
have
is.
defenses. Rip. Rip, my clothes are gonna burn away.
Okay.
My hair.
19 versus touch AC.
Yeah.
All right, 15 damage. Pretty good damage amount, actually, but that's its turn, and it can't do another scorching ray. You know that from before that they can only do one scorching ray per hour.
15 damage?
15 fire damage. Yep.
Oh, well, that's most of my health. Okay.
Yeah. Fortunately, yeah. I mean, I guess the other ones you rolled really low initiative too, but the other one
Yeah.
rolled pretty low. Okay, Shazra, you're up next.
Okay, it is kind of annoyingly far. I'm gonna cast shield on myself and draw my sword.
Okay.
And then Is this area right here, like, is this actually, like, separated by fire?
It's the fire's below it, so but there is a gap in the bridge there.
Okay.
It looks like it like collapsed at some point or something, but it is only like a
Probably
5 foot
want to
gap.
move
You could
over
you
here.
could jump over it.
Haha, I'm not feeling that brave.
The
Get closer
one
over
time you
here.
roll a crit one on a 5 foot
Move
gap.
it. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna move over there. That's gonna be my turn. With a sword in hand.
Okay.
With Ace and Raw in hand.
All right, and a shield spell.
Yeah.
All right, Vandir.
Hmm. Muted?
Probably.
Measuring.
I
Oh.
heard him talking.
Is Durian muted?
Zadurian might be.
No.
I hadn't heard anything from him.
Hey, there he
And I
is.
had to roll his initiative
I
for
saw things. Yeah,
him.
I was really tired, so I laid down. And I think I fell asleep for like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I
We're
think
in
that's what
combat
happened.
now.
I saw you rolled for me, so thanks, Pluto.
I should have had the scorching rays go towards you. I just noticed if I mouse over you guys, it says your AC, and it has like
Yeah?
it has like you're flat-footed, and
Not
Like
for us,
mine's
it doesn't
pro.
say.
for me it does. For
Well, he's
everyone I
the
mouse over,
GM.
it says their AC, their touch AC, their flat-footed AC, and their flat-footed touch AC.
Okay, it looks like mine's right.
Nice.
Yeah, mine's pretty impressive right now.
Yeah, your AC actually is pretty good right now. Your touch AC isn't the greatest, but I think it's still higher than like anybody else
It's
in the
still
party.
pretty good. Yeah, because I'm dex based.
Okay, these bridges,
Mhm.
is this like a short ledge or a tall ledge?
It's a short ledge.
Okay.
Ooh, get on it. Be acrobatic.
Can't really.
I think if you like control click, you can like map out a path. It's sort of like the
Yeah.
queue pathing thing you could do in Roll20.
As long as I don't press space, it doesn't confirm it or something like that.
Yeah.
45 feet. I can't get into range. Do anything. I'm going to. Move. Move? Come on. There it goes.
Okay. Let me pop out that sheet. Okay, so you move a little bit closer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do anything else?
No, I can't do anything else.
Okay. All right, the Azer. Um, Azer is not very fast. So he is going to. He's gonna begin moving. He's gonna like do a double move over into here. And that's his turn. He kind of plods on over there. And the fire method is going to fly closer. And he's going to shoot his Scorching Ray as well at Shazra.
All right.
— 17 versus touch, which
Yeah, that'll hit.
I think hits. Okay, 14 damage.
All right. I'll take 9 because I have
You
5
have
fire.
fire resist. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's its turn. Malice.
Hmm. Or like seeing when other people would get up there with me. I think he's going to move to there and go full defensive.
Okay, total defense.
Total defense. Yep.
All right, E-foot.
Oh, okay. I will.
Move behind a pillar.
Yeah, I'm gonna move behind the pillar. I'm gonna start a bardic performance,
Okay.
shouting a chant.
I need to draw new
About
text.
how terrible
Oh gosh, I do not need the word new text in there.
the
You know, it does that every time.
fire people are.
That's where the port that you guys came through is that little square right there. Okay, so inspire competence then,
Courage.
or inspire courage. Yeah, same thing. Different, not actually the same thing, but
They're not the same.
the one that does the one that gives you more attack and damage.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody can activate their inspire courage.
Okay.
All right. Billy Storm.
I think I'm just gonna heal E-foot. So hop over here and cast a Cure Light Wounds.
Oh, that's right. What are you doing?
Hey, Matt, did you want your health bar to never be displayed? Is that something you intentionally did, or
No, I didn't know that was a thing.
I can put it as like
You can display it.
hovered by anyone? If
You
somebody
heal 8 secret.
you hover over the bar.
Oh, okay.
I could set it up to be. You can do it yourself even. Then if you on your thing, when your character sheet's open, there's a thing in the top right that says token. If you open that, you can adjust it in there.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to pay attention if it
Much better.
reverts or not. I think it should be. You might have to do
If
it
you
from
save
the.
it, yeah.
Yeah, you might have to do it from the actors directory to have it affect new instances of the token. Okay, so Aoife gets healed a little bit.
Yep, that's it for me.
All right, next round. The fire method.
There we go. It even has my name.
Look at that.
Nice.
The fire method's going to fly over here, and he's gonna shoot a. Let's see, can he get? I can't quite from there. So if he moves a little bit closer, he's gonna shoot a cone to hit both Vander and Malice. So I need both of you to roll a reflex save.
Okay.
All right. But wow.
Good news is breath weapon is not as bad as Scorching Ray. It's only 6 damage. Vander makes a save, so he takes half damage or no damage if you have evasion. I don't know if you do or not. I think you can get evasion, but I don't know if you have it.
Why can't I bring up my little quick pop up?
What are you talking about?
There it is. I couldn't bring up the thing where you can just like do the minus HP directly on it, like without
Ah,
going to the
okay.
sheet.
I think if you right click on their token,
Yeah, got it.
that'll pull it up. Okay, so Malice takes 6, Vader takes 3. I need to do a private roll to see how many rounds it can, how many rounds it goes on cooldown for. Okay, and that's its turn. Shazra, you're up.
I'm gonna have my tail swiftly grab a one of my infernal healing scrolls
Okay,
from its case, and then I'm going to standard action cast infernal healing myself.
all right. You have infernal healing.
Yep. So for the next 10 rounds, I'll gain 1 health,
All right. Do you move
and then
anywhere?
I'm going to move over here 30.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. Vandir. And yeah, this guy you can see now he's coming in. He has a big war hammer
He's coming in hot.
and he's coming in hot and he's wearing armor. I don't know if this
Okay.
token really conveys it, but he's wearing like it's like a set of scale mail.
Okay.
All right.
Can't reach that guy.
It still feels so weird not being able to heal myself. I've been playing
Playing so
cleric the
many
last like
clerics,
three
yeah.
cleric the last 3 games. It's like I'm like, oh, I actually might die.
You're still at pretty good health right now.
Yeah, no, it's just more like the like having the heals or fall back on.
Yeah.
You could play like Ekigro and just forego any sense of protection whatsoever.
I'm just gonna go in with 7 AC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then try to destroy everything with overwhelming damage.
Yeah. I mean, my guy's kind of defensive. I'm playing him more defensive, but he has the offense. Because the feat that I took was
Yeah.
gore style. So
Ekigro is like definitely that meme that they do that you sometimes see, which they say like they come in and they do this absurd thing, leave, doesn't explain.
Yeah.
Like that was Ekigro. Shows up, runs in, murders owlbear or whatever, leaves, doesn't say anything, never explains why.
true definition of a glass cannon.
Oh yeah. But
You
that
get
was the other thing too, is because
flicked.
it was Mantis's like guest character in Kingmaker, so it would just inexplicably show up when he just happened to be able to show up for that session. So he showed up
Yeah.
like maybe 3 times, and it was never like there was never any like context for why he just happened to be in the
Oh
area. He
yeah.
shows up and helps us for like
He was in
one
the
or two
area.
fights. Yeah, and then he's like, I have other adventures awaiting me.
All of his entrances were just like a single wall short of like a Kool-Aid man sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. It'd be pretty funny if
there
like
were a lot
you
of
had
like
it
funny
set
things.
up to where like the enemy summons something and it's him. And he's like, oh, it's you guys. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
help you.
Like Ron's character got killed and he came back with the same character.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
Yeah.
like and it was like one of those things where it's like heavily implied that he is the same character, but he's like, I don't know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. I don't know that guy.
Okay. I'm gonna come on. Move. There
Oh,
we go.
that's the first timeline, Ron. Sorry.
Yeah. It was Chet Manley and what was the other one?
Um.
They're basically both code name
Yeah.
or like alternate names
Yeah.
that Archer uses in the
Yeah.
show, and he used like Archer as his token. But
That's funny.
all right, and that was only 30 feet, so you can attack
Yeah.
this thing, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna attack.
Okay.
Um. Combat. That's right. That damage doesn't look right. Oh, damage is right. Okay, let's just roll it.
Okay, so that looks like it misses, unfortunately. Okay. Is that it then?
Yep.
All right. This guy's turn. He is going to, let's see, he's going to move like this, and he's going to swing his terrifying looking warhammer slash forge hammer at you.
Oh no, not Vander. Randy Randleman. Is
Was that the
it?
other name?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Oops. Oh, I already have the sheet open. I'm like, why is it not open? It's because I popped it out. All right, so here goes. He's going to do a single attack. I don't think
I thought
he
it
has.
was Chet Manley and like Manchester.
No,
No.
that would have been pretty good though. Okay. He's going to do a single power attack. It looks like he misses, but as you can see, he would have done a lot of damage if he hits. You see that as he swings, the hammer ignites in flame. Shazar would know that this is probably just his as your weapons he wields do that.
Did you
Mm.
GM roll?
Oh,
No.
yeah, I think it was a GM roll. Yeah, I didn't show
Oh.
you. So he misses though.
Okay.
But yeah, like you can tell, not only is he swing with a lot of force, like leaving cracks in the floor when he misses you. There's arc of fire coming from his weapon as well. And that's his turn. So who's next? Fire Mephit. Fire Mephit's gonna claw you twice. I think I have the claw configured. The claw. It's gonna do 2 attacks. Oops, that's still a private roll. Okay, so 18 and 23 are his 2 attacks.
Yep.
Okay, so you're gonna take 2 and 4 damage, so a total of 6 damage. And I think this is all, yeah, it's all physical damage. He doesn't have any fire damage on his physical attacks. But he's gonna 5-foot step back after missing with those, or 5-foot kind of flutter back after he misses or hits with his 2 claws. That's his turn. Malice.
Mouse is going to charge. For
Okay.
some reason, I can't take off target. There we go. This. And he's going to attack. Unarmed strike.
Okay.
Combat. Let me make sure. Not rolling. Single attack. Bonus. Can't enter. So +2 because it wouldn't let me enter.
Okay, so that's a 19 then?
Yeah.
Okay, 19 will hit.
All right.
So he
And That's his turn.
coils back from the impact of your metallic fist from your
Yep.
prosthetic arm.
And that's his turn.
Okay. And well, that's kind of cool. Since you have him targeted, it's showing like his AC values next to the token.
Hmm.
You guys probably don't see the numbers, but
No, we don't.
okay. E-foot. Oh, did you guys have Inspire Courage on for that too?
I have it on me.
So
I'll put that on. I forgot.
yeah, he actually takes
Yeah.
1 more damage then.
All right. Let me go to my buffs. Forgot that was.
Would that have made a difference for Vander's? I don't think so because he rolled really low. Yeah. Okay.
And it's level 1, right? Inspired
Yeah.
Courage.
Well, it's level 3, but I don't think it's. I think it's still
The
only
buff
plus
is just a
1.
+1.
I don't think it goes up to
Oh,
plus
okay.
2 until level 4 or 5.
All right. So it's just because it shows modifier. Let me make sure.
Yeah. Okay. Billy Storm. Oh, wait, no, B-foot. Sorry.
Yeah.
Still E-foot's turn.
Um, oh. It's possible.
Mhm.
I don't I don't know. There's so many things I could try. Okay, wait, let me open this. Wait, it's stuck in a marker. Okay, there we go. Wait, I won't open my spell. There it goes. Same distance. Okay. I think I have to get closer, but I'm scared. So I know that the other one spoke in common, right?
Yes, the Azure, when you guys first got here, it spoke to you in common. That whole conversation you guys had was
Did
in
it
common.
speak in common to these two, or did these two just act
It just
on their
signaled to them.
own?
But I think you guys know from from a previous like knowledge planes that most fire methods also speak common. Their primary language is Ignan, obviously, but most fire methods know common as well.
Know and understand it.
Hmm. So yeah, they probably would be susceptible to language-based abilities.
Alright. The one flying over the lava,
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell a joke to it.
Okay.
It's a will save for hideous laughter.
Hideous laughter.
Yeah,
Okay.
let me just cast it. Wait, is this the button?
Let's see. Should have a will save. Yeah, it looks like he made it.
Oh, it wasn't a very good joke. Dang it. Alright, I
And
continue
he gets
my
a bonus too
performance.
because he's a different type, I think. All right, and you keep your performance going, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay. All right. Billy Storm.
Um, I'm gonna hop on up here, and this one that's over the fire that did the breath weapon. He's still like alive and hanging
Yep.
out.
Yeah, he was not affected by the hideous laughter.
Okay, I'm going to mind thrust him.
Mind thrust. Okay, so is it another will save then?
Yes,
Okay.
I think. Yeah, will have. There's no targeting in this, right?
There
There is.
is technically
But
targeting,
we
but
don't use it, I mean.
you don't have to use it now.
This is where I tell you the DC 16, so it looks like he saves for half.
Okay.
This is the thingy.
So he
Should
takes
be
half of 12. So he takes 6. So I think I can actually
Yeah.
just select him and hit the half button here. There we go. Okay.
Usually it tells you if you hover what you rolled on each die, but I'm not seeing that.
What are you talking about?
Where you hover and it tells you
You have
what
to
each
click
die
it.
rolled.
If you click on the small 12 underneath for the damage there,
Oh,
that breaks
okay.
it down for you. So you rolled a 2, a
Okay,
6,
I
and a
rolled
4.
average. Well, no, above average. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Look at that spell pin. That's all I'm saying. Look at the spell pin.
Yeah, that could come in handy. You know that the Azers have SR. So
That's my turn.
all right. Uh, fire method. He's gonna fly over and try to claw at the rabbit. Like that mind thrust.
I'm just a poor little wabbit.
I think he hits you for 1 whole damage. No, 2 damage.
Yeah. Where's my? I'm sure it hits. I'm just trying
There's
to
a
find my
strength.
stuff.
I think your AC's well, I can check. Your
Yeah,
AC
it's
is
14.
14. Yeah.
I don't have mage armor on,
He hits
so
you for 2 whole damage, but he only gets 1 to claw because he had to move. He had to move over to you.
okay.
All right,
Here
Shazra,
we go.
you healed for 1, and it's your turn.
2 whole damages. I didn't know
Okay.
about that pop-up thing that Ron was talking about. That's nice.
Yeah. It also shows you what like your quick attacks and stuff on it. So
Oh, when
like
you
if you
right
have
click your
thing,
token. Yeah.
yeah, if you have things set for quick attack, like quick,
Yeah.
you just
Okay.
click on that.
So my black blade, since I'm at base at 3rd level, it's a +1 enhancement bonus weapon. Is that true?
I believe so.
Okay. I'm assuming then that the sword must have some kind of magical aura detectable on it now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it has an intelligence too.
Yeah, I do know
Starts
that
at
it's at 11 right
10.
now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna heal for 1.
I think it's 10 intelligence and 6 wisdom and charisma.
Yeah. Well, it technically gets 1 more for me
Oh
being
yeah,
3rd
yeah.
level.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually 11 and 7, 7, I think.
Yeah. But I'm gonna move up, and I'm gonna swift action arcane pool it to increase its enhancement bonus by 1 more.
Okay.
So it's like a +2 now, basically. Pretty good for level 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna attack the Azer.
All right.
Ooh,
Ooh,
that's a nasty attack.
that is a nasty attack. Um, and it already took some damage
Yeah.
from Malice. So, is it
Eisenroll
enough?
was very upset.
Yeah. How dare he claim this as his as this is my forge. Um, and the Azure drops like a sack of potatoes.
Is he dead?
No, he's not dead.
Okay. Because I pull back too, like, damn.
He
And I
grunts
just
out,
look
falls
intimidatingly
unconscious.
at the Mephits.
The hammer clanks onto the ground, and the Mephits kind of both have like that sharp kind of inhaling gasp. Like
Yeah.
What?
Yep. I step forward coolly, and with a flash of steel, this blade cuts into this dude's chest through
uh,
maybe getting through some of his armor.
Vandir,
And
it's your turn.
I look at the
Okay.
sword in surprise.
I'm going to go and try and like dive through this guy and end up on the other side.
Okay, so an acrobatics then.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hey.
That'll do it. All right, you're on the other side of him now.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna attack
Okay. That'll hit. Get some revenge on this guy. All right. That's it. So it's gonna take its turn now. The Azure, it needs to make a con check actually. Let me roll that to see if he stabilizes. Looks like he does.
Yeah, I got a 15.
And the fire method is going to he's gonna use his breath weapon again, or he hasn't used his yet. He's gonna use his breath weapon for the first time, trying to hit Malice and Shazra. He wants to hit, and
Okay.
I think it technically avoids. Well, he'll do it to hit the Azure because he knows the Azur's immune to fire,
Okay.
just for funsies.
So it's a
Mhm.
reflex.
Reflex save, 5 damage. So if you make it, you only take 2. I guess you really don't need to roll it because you're gonna not take any anyway, because you have 5 fire resist on Shazra.
Yeah, I
So.
can fail it and not take any.
All right, so Malice, you just take 2.
I'm too surprised at the lethality of this weapon.
Yeah. The fire method's gonna 5-foot flutter kind of away from this half elf that just hit him with a sword. Didn't like that very much. All right, Malice.
He's gonna 5 foot up. Uh, and he's gonna full Brawler's Fury it. Just give me
All
one
right,
sec.
2 attacks.
I don't know why it did the only the one.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably because I have it saved as the other one. But I'll roll another one.
You can just roll it twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
These
Both of
both
those
hit.
are gonna hit. Yep.
So, oh, that's never mind. I didn't say I was going into gore style or boar style.
I mean, you would have though. I don't see why.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason.
Yeah.
I know styles are kind of annoying because you're always going to use them. So it's like, unless you have
Yeah.
some reason you wouldn't be able to have used that swift action, I'm fine just assuming you always do that in the
Okay.
first round.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So then I roll the bonus damage.
Okay, so it's like a rend kind of, right?
Yeah. I already got it set up.
Okay. The fire method falls unconscious.
Right.
Okay. E-foot.
I stopped my performance, but it lingers.
Okay, cool. So it's
Oh,
there for 2
already
more
got the
rounds.
lingering performance. That's good.
Mhm.
You just do what I do with my
Part of the
bard.
reason why I did so much damage.
Yeah, it multiplied there on the crit too.
Yeah.
That's
My bard
nice.
in the Wrath of the Righteous game, every single combat I activate the bardic performance and then immediately turn it off just to get 3 rounds. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna have three rounds of it every single combat, and
Yeah.
usually 3 rounds is all I need for any combat. So
Well, when you get in a higher level, that's no problem because activating it again is
yeah, I'm at the point where activating some move actions, so it's like,
yeah.
Oh,
and
that's
I'm
why.
playing a spellcaster primarily for that bard, so I don't usually all I
That's
need
why
is a
the
standard.
Brawler's Fury only did one attack. It's because I hit single attack. I didn't hit full round.
Yeah, that would do it.
I can't say I had my sling out, so I pull out my sling and I load it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I move while I pull out my sling. I hide behind the pillar again.
Okay. Billy.
Okay. This guy is right up on me. Well,
Mm-hmm.
5 foot hoppity back. And then does it look very hurt?
No, the only damage it's taken is from your mind thrust.
It needs to its will save was pretty. I'm gonna magic missile it.
Okay.
Dodge this one, fool.
Is it still 1 or are you up to 2 now? I think you're up to 2 now, right?
I don't know. I'm just gonna press the button and assume it's set up right.
Looks like it is. I don't know why it rolled.
Yeah, that looks right.
Oh, yeah, it's set up as an attack. That's funny.
I don't know what it is. I honestly just dragged and dropped it, and I never touched it, so I don't know.
Plus 100.
Yeah, he has it
Just
set up
somebody-
as an attack
It's
I didn't do
automatic
it. This
hit.
that
I
automatically
dragged and
hits.
dropped it in.
Okay,
That's all I'm
so
saying.
maybe he didn't set it up. Maybe somebody,
So they made it auto
whoever
hit
made
just
it,
so.
was like, I'm just gonna put it as a plus 100 attack. That's a janky way to
Yeah.
do it, but if anything, it
Okay.
should be doing a cat. But it only would need 1 caster level check. So but you don't need 1 in this case anyway. So yeah, it's so weird.
I don't know, Pluto.
That's so weird that it does that. Okay, well, whatever.
7 damages.
7 damage. Yeah, it's still up.
Now, Pluto, all you gotta do to really screw with that is make an enemy that has
Make
over
Mantis
100 and something.
character.
Make an enemy that has over 100 and something AC.
Yeah, that would have to be very homebrewed because
Yeah, almost impossible.
I don't even think Bandis's ridiculous monkey maid had
No, he
had
had like
that
50.
much. He had 50 something.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. This fire method is going to fly through this portal. He's like, screw this shit. He's gonna
That's
fly through the
right.
portal. And I don't know if you guys chase him or not, but I'm gonna assume even if you do, he can fly quicker than you. So we're just gonna go out of combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you do have a unconscious Azure and an unconscious fire method. And
Well,
the forge before you.
we said we weren't leaving.
Loot
we,
the bodies.
What we're looking for here. I'm gonna start checking for, like
Make sure to heal your full Inferno healing, by
Heals.
the way.
yeah, I'll do that. It's gonna heal over like the next 9 rounds anyway.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if anyone needs healing, and I know you're the lowest, but you're not going to be.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look around for materials and stuff like that. Talking with the sword, see if it sees anything.
Okay.
I'll hippity hop look around.
Yeah, he tells you like, yes, this is where this is one of the places that we worked to try to create the alloys, as I said. And you could see like this would work as like a workshop if you wanted to, if you had like a crafting skill, for example. It has all the tools you would need for that. He also tells you that that hammer is very useful as well.
The one the Acer had.
Yes. It
I
can be
I tell
used.
the others to make sure we get his hammer. It's probably good for smithing too.
Hmm.
I am unable to assist with this.
But if you cast detect magic, you could tell it is magical.
I can assist with that part.
His armor is masterwork. It's not magical.
What do
I
you?
will try and
Now,
identify the hammer.
now, so say, what do you want to do with him? He's unconscious right now. But should we finish him off, or?
You identify that the hammer it works as a +1 warhammer, but in addition, it counts as masterwork smithing tools.
Okay.
Neato. I cannot forge anything, so someone who has opposable thumbs, pick it up.
Now, so grab it.
Well,
If no one
we
else.
defeated him.
Here,
He's
let me
sort of at our
actually see.
mercy.
I think let me double check. I think I have it in the loot sheet actually.
perhaps he
Y-
would.
y-
Perhaps he could be convinced to. I don't know. To serve
Oh,
us.
it actually does have one other thing it can do as well. Uh, the wielder of this warhammer can cast resist energy, but only to resist fire.
That's cool.
That's pretty hot.
And it could be once per day. I think it's only caster level. It's not a useful ability to the Azure, um, but according to Azenrol, it wasn't the Azur's forge. It wasn't his hammer in the first place. Like
Mm,
the hammer was already here. So
yeah.
yeah, but it can be used as a master tool for crafting metal weapons and armor, or for blacksmithing, and it can cast a resist energy. I think it's only caster level 3. I want to say, like it's pretty low level, but yeah, it's a free spell. And let's see here, I can make it visible. It's in the loot pile. If you guys can see the loot pile in there.
Well,
Mhm.
I mean, since the forge is now essentially ours, that hammer,
Oops, let me hit the.
should stay with the forge.
I think there's somewhere I have to check for it to be
So it should stay
identified.
with us.
It just shows up as Warhammer for you guys right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to go.
Or
Where do I tag it as identified? Can I just do that in here, right here?
actually Vander could take it if he's proficient with it.
I
You
don't know
want?
if it's particularly useful for anyone in the party, to be honest, because I think Vander's a dex-based character too, right? Oh, here we are,
Yeah.
identified. Okay, now you should be able to see it. And yeah, the has text inscribed on the haft that's Ignan for Forge Guard. It's the name of the hammer.
All right. I mean, you're strength based, aren't you? For
I'm in between, but yeah, I could
you could take.
take it. Right. I don't know how to grab it though.
All right,
There we
I'm
go.
gonna go over
There
to the
should be a button
Aether.
next to it that says loot.
Yep. Yep.
And that'll
I
go
got
down
it.
there. Yep.
Is he bleeding out or is he stabilized?
He's stabilized.
All right. I'm gonna go and wake him up.
Okay. I realize I've been playing with I've been playing with the game in my second monitor the whole time. I'm like, why don't I just move this over and have more screen to work with? I
That's
guess it's worked out
good.
okay because I've had character sheets
Did
and
your
like
pop-ups? Yeah.
yeah, I had other so I kind of like it. Maybe I'll stick with this. But I was like trying to move some stuff around in this, and I'm like, I don't have much of room, so I don't know. I guess it just depends. Earlier was nice. Okay, so I want to put his armor in the loot sheet as well. There we go. So that's the masterwork scale mail. All right, so you wake him up.
Yeah.
All right, he's like, ugh.
Yeah, and I tell him that
While he's unconscious, his flames are kind of like, you know, just coals kind of on his head, but he wakes up, they
yeah.
kind of start to flicker up back into life a little bit.
Oh, okay. I tell him, well, this is our forge now.
You have defeated me and shamed me. I have no way to argue with you. Please just
Um,
end my life.
I say to him, I think your your value is you haven't run your course yet for your value here. I think your life would be much better uh lived, but working for us.
I can't violate my contract.
Of course you can.
No, I can't.
Why not?
It is against my nature. One such as you would not understand.
No, I understand contracts very well. How about a new contract?
So long as it doesn't interfere with my current contract.
I mean, I think this will, null and void your other one. What were you supposed to do here anyway?
We're supposed to begin operations. Apparently, in the past, there was work done here but the forge has fallen into disuse. I was supposed to ready it for work to recommence. That's all I know.
Well, wouldn't you prefer working on something rather than nothing?
Of course, I live to work. It's what I was born to do. It's the natural
Seems
order
so.
of things.
As an adult, that comment hits more and more.
Oh, who usually brings you your whatchamacallit, your materials and your supplies, like the commissions, basically?
I work for an Afridi lord.
But they haven't shown themselves,
Not
or
here.
they haven't
They
commissioned
haven't.
you in a while.
Well, he sent me here, brought me here, in fact,
And
and
it's
said that
it's been some time since you've last had contact with them.
he thinks about it for a little bit. He says, "I think, as you would measure time, it's only been a few weeks,
Oh,
if even that."
that's actually not that much time.
No, only got here recently.
Oh, I see. That does complicate things a little bit more. And you're sure you can't be convinced to renege on your contract?
No, it would be against my very being to do so. Unlike you, my body and soul are one.
You're not native to this plane then.
No, but neither are you. This is an extraplanar area.
Oh yeah. Well, have you ever gone outside of this area?
Of course, I've spent most of my existence on the fire plane within the city of Brass.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a portal there, from here.
Uh,
You could just go home.
I will have to go home, but I'm sure that if you don't kill me here, my masters will for failing them such it's so utterly.
I'm pretty sure your master is going to come check here whether we kill you or not.
Probably you'd be wise to leave before he returns.
I mean, we'll leave, but we're not abandoning this place.
My master has tons of wealth and influence.
My uncle has limited wealth and influence.
It sounds like your uncle and my master have very little in common.
Probably.
Is that who you serve, your uncle?
Sort of. I'm doing him a favor. What were you getting out of this?
As I told you, I was born in this life. I have no other options.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah, and you know that as their society is like very strictly like caste based.
Yeah.
So he was probably born as like a slave to this
It's
uh
not
No.
unlike the
Ifrit.
hierarchy of devils.
hmm Yeah, it's fairly similar, honestly, and like they're both like the city brass and like uh Ifrits are like super like lawful as well.
Yeah. They have different prerogatives, but they kind of go about the same way.
hmm
Doing it. All right.
Malice will say, maybe we can strike up a deal. If we leave you to do your work here, if we come back, you are willing not to attack us next time. And if we have something that needs to be worked on, maybe you can help us with that.
I can't make such a deal. That would be something that only my master could do.
Hmm. All right. Well, we're left with little choice here. I understand your honor is very important to you. So give him back his sword, you guys. Give him back his hammer, you guys.
Alright. He hands it to him.
And I pull out my scimitar and I say, "All right, you can die with your honor."
Okay, so what you're challenging
I
him to
I, I
fight you
yeah
again?
I challenge him to defend himself. And then in his weakened state, I imagine it doesn't take much for me.
No, if he even if he manages to get an attack off on you, he just falls unconscious again because he's at negative health.
Yeah,
But he will attempt to do so.
yeah. He can defend
Um,
himself.
yeah, I guess we could have you both roll initiative and see if he's able to even get an attack off before you, but probably not. Let's see. Well, he rolled a 20. Maybe he gets one attack off.
One attack kills you. Hopefully not.
Oh no, it would take a lot. Get
Yeah,
me.
don't forget to apply all your infernal healing,
Yeah, I
the other
did.
9 hit points. All
We'll
right, so
roll
he does
initiative.
he does a single attack unless you beat 21. I think even if you do, the 12 would have missed. Okay. But I don't think I think the shield is still up, right?
Yeah,
So I
last
don't
couple minutes.
I don't think he hits you. So
Yeah, no,
he
my AC
swings
is
to try to hit
20
you, but then he
something.
immediately just starts bleeding out again,
Yep.
and
All right.
then you kill him.
I'll let him bleed out.
All right. So he dies. You can get the
Yep.
hammer back.
Yep.
All right. Well, you heard him. There's some genie lord here who I guess assumes that he could claim this place.
Yep.
Which
I
I
will
mean,
take
that
a
makes
look
sense.
around to see if there's anything else of value.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Going
as
around.
Neural says, it's probably some Ifriti that either one of the same ones that we worked with long ago, or perhaps someone that's inherited the contract somehow. It wasn't something I directly set up, though.
Well, I mean, I don't know that much about genie, but if it's a lord and they have people working under them, then I probably would wager that they're fairly powerful.
Probably, but
I mean,
in the
this was
city,
just a smith.
yeah, in the city of Brass, I'm sure that if he's here again, Pedriarch or Aradel probably paid him off, paid money to get him to come back here. Although it could also be, I guess it could be a new contract, right?
Oh, I don't know. You're the one who knows people. New.
Yes, I think a lot has changed since my time, though.
Okay, well, I guess if we don't find anything else here, then we could go back.
Yep.
Maybe we have enough information that we should just relay this to Gonkul and my uncle and his name
Casimir?
Casimir. Yeah, I feel like this is a pretty decent amount of information.
Yeah, I mean, you learned that this smithy's operating again, and just recently started happening.
Yes,
Learned a little bit about Aerodel, kind of. Not, I mean, it's pretty vague, but
I mean, I let everyone know that I have suspicions that this Aerodel is up to things because that ethereal tether, whatever it was, seems pretty suspicious. It might actually be a tether to the individual.
Yeah, not sure.
Could be dealing with Lich.
it's a pretty cool combo, right? A lich and a dragon. Good pair of big bad evil guys, right?
No, a
Yeah.
good combo would be a lich that is a dragon.
Yeah,
That's a Draco Lich.
that's a Draco Lich. Yeah, that's a thing too.
Dang.
Is that a thing in Pathfinder? Actually, do they
Yeah,
have?
it is.
I want to play as one of those.
Or well, maybe it's not called the Draco Lich. It might be called something else. But there are undead like dragons, and
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
in
know.
D&D there was actually a monster called a Draco Lich, but
Yeah, there
I don't
is.
think there is in Pathfinder. But
It
there's
might
no
be.
reason why a dragon couldn't become a lich.
Yeah, it might be
Like,
one of those weird, like copyright thing.
yeah, like they can't actually use the word Draco Lich because just like they can't actually use the
It's
word
Mind Flayer,
Mind Flayer or like
Illithid, or
yeah, or Beholder.
yeah. It's funny because even though there are intellect devourers, in Pathfinder, they
Mhm.
they're not the whatchamacallit kind. I mean, technically they are. They're identical. Yeah, intellect devourers are a mind flayer thing. They're they come from them.
Yeah.
All right. I say we go back to
The
Snakeblade and
future.
inform.
Oh,
We inform the other NPCs.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh
And
yeah.
Olhas says he'd like to go with you so he can meet
Yes,
the leader of Snakeblade as well.
that's a good idea too.
sure. Casimir's a nice guy. He'll probably invite you for dinner.
Maybe. All right. Um, so you guys will make your way back and make it back to Snakeblade before nightfall, basically. Like it, took you a while to get over here, but um,
Is it
it's
all same day?
yep. You still get back, and it's
Okay.
still the same day. It's just that as you get back, it's in the evening, pretty much. Like it spent all day between like walking all the way from Snakeblade to here, and then walking all the way back.
Warhammer's a martial weapon, right?
Correct.
Yeah, you
Not
can't use
proficient
this
with
on
it.
them. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody in this party can actually use it, but
It's fine.
you could sell it.
We can hold on to it
Or
because
I think
you
use
it's
always.
just use it as
valuable just
the
to hold on
smithing
to.
tools.
Yeah,
You don't have to use it as the weapon.
yeah. And
Also
my guy
true.
has.
You have. Oh yeah, you have some crafting skills, right?
I
Yep,
don't. Okay.
I do.
Yeah, it
I'm a
counts as
bunny.
masterwork tools. So
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I
That's the
have
main
craft
reason why.
Easter egg.
Yep, and I think that's where we're gonna wrap it up for this session. So we'll
Okay.
deal with
Alrighty.
reporting back, see if Gonquil comes back with any news,
Okay.
and Olhas getting to talk with Casimir. That'll be for next session.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yep.
good.
Sorry, I was very tired this session,
It's
so
all
I
good. You could have potentially came into this same forge through that other portal. Spoiler alert there, mild, but that was connected to this.
Oh,
You mean the Mephit
the
one?
one that we closed.
Yeah, that
Well, I
was
assume
Yeah.
once I saw Mephids, I was like, oh, this must be where they came from.
yeah. It
Yeah.
was just like an alternate route into this. If you guys had gotten into there, you could have accidentally basically well, yeah, you could have basically ended up doing that and wandering into Olhas that way too.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
But um
We came in through the front door.
and the Azur, he had class levels too, actually.
Yeah.
He was he
Mm-hmm.
was
I'm sorry.
he was stronger than a normal Azur, but he got crit, so
I was like, uh-oh,
Payback.
no,
Payback.
Spaghetti-O.
it
that's probably
happens.
good. It was a dangerous encounter. Like he could have well,
Yeah.
I rolled one of the attacks there. You can see like um he's got power attack, he does fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
He has cleave as well, and his class level is in Slayer. So like that, if he got the turn out right,
Could have
basically
studied.
he could have studied and then cleaved. So he would have studied one target and cleave starting with the
Cleaved
target he
all
studied,
this.
and he could have
Yeah.
because like Vandir and Malice were standing next to each other, so he would have cleaved like both of you,
What a cleaver move.
or cleaved
All
cleave
three of us.
Shazra even because Shazra was a well
Yeah.
he couldn't cleave all three of you because he only has
Oh yeah. It's
regular
three
version of cleave,
cleavers. Yeah.
but he's not that powerful. But
Yeah, no, he can't take that much damage.
Shit.
oh, I never hit the end.